My hair is just KT.
Dellany and Yessenia.
We have another guest this week. Yay!
Hi. Thank
Very
you
special
for
guest.
having me.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Busy Lady in Chicago. I'm gonna let you tell the world about you, but
Oh my gosh.
I want to just go ahead and say that I think you're awesome and that you rock. And I have been meaning to ask you to be on the show forever, pretty much since I found out about you.
Thank you so much.
Or how we found out about each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like,
I think I ran into a video of yours.
Oh, cool. And then I
remember.
ran into your marvelous videos, and I was like, she's going places. This one's going places. So, if it's okay, we will let Yessenia have the stage.
There you go. And tell everybody who you are.
Yeah.
Put me on the spot. No. Hi, I'm Yessenia Carreon. I am an actor from Chicago, as well as a mother of 6-year-old twins. Let's see, what about me? I recently ran for I ran for office right before the pandemic.
What?
And yes, that's a fun fact that I don't really mention a lot. I wasn't happy with the direction that our leadership was going in our neighborhood. She was going she was running, nobody was running against her. So I said, you know what, I think people need to have options. So I threw my name in the hat. And that was an experience, definitely right before the pandemic. Then everything shut down. When everything shut down, I found TikTok, and that's how I met Dellany. And it's been pretty hectic ever since, just doing the videos and the kids with remote learning and just trying to navigate through. I mean, just like everybody else, trying to navigate through the pandemic. And I'm sorry, my family's home.
Hi, family. We love you.
Hi, 6-year-old twins. Yes. They're so cute.
They're trying to be quiet in the background, but
everybody follow all her social medias. But you'll see her twins pop up every now and then. Yeah, they're adorable.
Thank you so much.
Social media, everybody, including Dellany, and make sure to share the show with their friends.
Yeah, sharing is caring. Sharing is caring.
Doing it right now.
And everybody,
let me share it on my Facebook page.
Yeah,
there you go.
While she's sharing, I will tell everyone my apologies in advance because I was supposed to market the heck out of this episode, but I was on a plane. I was like on a plane. You guys, the travel day. God, KT, this close up. Thank you so much.
I love it.
I'll take it away.
You can do it. It's just that I have not slept in like 30 hours. And I arrived in North Carolina this morning, and I hit the ground running because my family's crazy. And but I was like, I have to do the show because I really want to do this with Yessenia and obviously KT. But I did not put her great marketing stuff up. So we will still do that. Everyone can find out about her.
I mean, it also doesn't help that I sent it late.
You know what?
Everybody that knows me.
You know what's funny is that I was gonna tell you take your time, but make sure you don't do it on actual Tuesday. Because I was not gonna be around.
You have to post out during the week anyway. So
and then Cheryl had a huge event today too that I was doing social media for from the JTC list. They did. It's the first time they've been back at the Soho House since COVID, started, and they did a huge event and they streamed it through like Clubhouse and Soho House. It was but I was also running around in between terminals, tweeting, Instagramming, all that stuff as well. Like it's been a crazy time.
When were you doing that today?
It during the flight because it's the first one they've had. Casey Affleck showed up.
That's so awesome. I like him.
And Cheryl.
I like the Affleck.
I've seen some cute pictures with Cheryl and Casey, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, no, I do too. He's actually a great advocate for the JTC list. It's it's not that it's been a private thing. It's just that he's not like, nobody's really like shouting it at the rooftops. But he's been doing a lot for the members. And Yessenia is a member of the JTC list.
Yes. I haven't been too active. I mean, you're killing it on there, Dellany. I get a little bit overwhelmed. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean on the JTC list? Or
yeah.
Well, I'm just volunteering to like help. That's just what I'm doing. Like She's amazing. And since this nonprofit started, it's grassroots. It was 3 years ago. Like, it has grown. Like, as you know, you've seen how overwhelming it is, right? Like, in what nonprofit does that in less than 3 years? There's over 3,500 members and counting. Like,
that is just awesome.
And the Start with 8 Hollywood initiative, it's now going. You wish I was in Morocco.
Morocco.
I wish I was in Morocco. No,
let's all go.
But it's right. But Start with 8 Hollywood. It's also now about to take over the UK and Australia and Canada. Yes.
Wow.
So lots of good stuff. But Yessenia, I know you have got so much going on, but there's so much you can benefit from if you get in there. You are going to get so much work. You're going to get so much opportunity.
I need to start being more active. You know what? I always say, I was like, I swear I need to just get my life or my brain organized, and then I'll be able to organize. I mean, I'm sure you ladies are just as busy with everything too. So sometimes it feels a little overwhelming. I just need to get myself organized.
Yeah, and it's a lot. It's a lot, but definitely take advantage. And I will hit you up the next time they do Start with 8, because you've heard about it, right? The Start with 8. You can get you can get a mentor who's like one of the biggest studio executive type.
Wow.
Like, it is such an opportunity. Yes.
That would be awesome.
KT, why don't you mentor? Like,
I would love to mentor.
You should volunteer. I mean, I should too, but I haven't. Like, I just.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to mentor.
Yes,
awesome.
I mean, not to add more to your plate, but in addition to being a mentee, you could also mentor. You could teach people who want to be TikTok, do well on TikTok, because you do so well on TikTok.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What's funny is that when I first started my TikTok page, I wanted to do more like how to videos on acting, because I do manage my kids as well. My kids do print and modeling work and commercials and things like that. So nice. I help I manage my kids and my niece. So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, there's so much that I wish I would have known as I was getting into the business that I didn't know. I wasted so much money. I mean, as you both probably know, like I'm sure you did too. Yes. Wasted so much money, so much time. My mom didn't know anything about all of this. So she's like, if you want to do it, you do it on your own, and it's at your risk. And I just feel like there's so little things that seem easy to me now that people don't know. And I'm like, why am I not sharing this information? Yeah. That was originally my thoughts for TikTok.
Yes.
No,
didn't go that way. But then TikTok had other plans for you. I'm really stubborn, because that's been my struggle too. Because some of the ones that did well, I don't necessarily want to niche myself. But then when I'm all over, I'm scattered. Nobody watches my videos. I'm just
it's hard. Well, yeah, it's frustrating, because you see other pages that sometimes are all over the place, but they do well. But then it's like, there's so much that I want to share. Like, how do I just go in one direction? You know,
same. It's because we're not one facet. We're not one thing. Exactly. You know, and it's like I want to show how interesting so many other things are. In addition to educate, I'm with you. I want to, because probably early on I was doing like anti-Hollywood stuff.
Yes.
I was today years old when I found out TikTok's been silencing me for doing.
Oh my goodness!
It explains so much. I finally figured it out. Like, it's not a conspiracy. Do I have an echo?
I don't think I hear it. No.
Is that mean?
It's not that bad if we do. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I apologize. I don't know how annoying it is. Anyway, long story short, it's been really crazy. I was doing like an anti-Hollywood hashtag, and I'm not doing well at all. I've done so many videos that just bombed. Well, I found out I was doing Oscars So White hashtag for the Oscars this past weekend. And I used a hashtag that Verizon was trying to take off for the Oscars. And I saw my video pop up on their page. They erased me. They took me off. So I did another video and used the same hashtags. And then I filmed my video on there. And 5 minutes later, they took that off too.
Wow.
They took your video off TikTok or off the feed?
They took me off of the trending hashtag. They erased me, and they were on top of it because they were also commenting in other people's. It was Verizon/TikTok, but so many things make sense now because this is such an insidious industry that they don't want anyone bad talking the industry. You know what I mean? They don't want anyone bad talking all the stuff that goes on, and that I've been revealing the truth for a while, and now I know why they've been bombing. Like, I'm just like, but people need to know.
Just keep doing it. Just
Girl,
keep doing it.
I don't care. I'm just gonna hopefully listen. Yesenia's doing well. That's all that matters. I'll just be her
Thank
girl.
you.
TikTok
So
does.
tell everybody what kind of videos you usually do.
So I guess my focus on the videos now, they're mainly skits, and I do a lot of millennial, growing up as a millennial, video skits, as well as growing up Latina. So I do videos about my mom, which she approves. So I told her, I'm like, Mom, you know, I try to keep them clean, you know, because I do like to touch on a lot of the things that my mom did, or in general, I went through growing up Hispanic or Mexican. But I also just try to keep it clean, and I try, you know, I don't want to be too stereotypical. So as long as my mom approves them, I'm good.
No, I love all your
videos,
videos, but especially when you do your mama ones. I really love the mama ones. Yeah, they're funny, KT. You got follow her. Make sure to follow her.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm actually just working on TikTok myself a little. I'm trying to get better at it. I don't have the time.
Sorry.
Yesenia, how long does it take for you to do your videos? Do you try not to spend hours and hours?
So it just depends. I mean, it's frustrating, and I'm sure you know, because it's frustrating. Sometimes I have this idea and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I end up spending like an hour or two recording and editing, and then re-recording because, you know, whatever it is, and then it'll flop. It'll barely get any views. Yep. And then I'll be at a restaurant or something, and then I'll just sit there. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this real quick video. Can you record me? And that one's the one that goes viral.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's so funny. I had a video that reached, I think, 10 million views, and it's a video that I literally I was about, my food came, and I told my friend, I'm like, you know what? I think I have an idea for a video. Can you just record me real quick? And she did, and that's the one that went viral. So you just never know.
You never know.
Sometimes it is frustrating.
It is. Yeah, it's true. The ones I really plan out are the ones that do the worst.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, she's so funny, Matt. You're gonna love it. Okay, Miss Chicago. So, how's it going over there? Do you focus more on theater? Do you want to do more film and TV?
So, as being here, through the years, it was mainly theater.
Yeah.
To be honest, because I barely get any auditions on TV. We have the Chicago series, the Chicago Med PD Fire. And once you're on one, you know that you're kind of not allowed to do any of the other two for another 2 years. So I booked Chicago PD in the beginning of the pandemic almost. We filmed it so it was the beginning of this season, the very first episode of the season that's airing now. And unfortunately and fortunately, I guess you could say, we filmed it everything the day of. I was notified that it was cut. But it's good because I could still work the Chicago shows, but of course you always look forward to seeing yourself on camera.
Of course. The most important thing is getting the credit too.
Exactly. The credit and, being on set and just getting that experience. Oh my gosh, I missed it so much. Being out there, I was like, oh my goodness. I just want to be out here every day,
Yeah. They need to do more stuff in Chicago.
They do need to film more things out here. I've seriously considered, I told my husband, I was like, I may even want to take some time and just go to Atlanta. I know that they film a lot more things out there. I don't know if LA would be I would love to go to LA because obviously, but there's so much competition out there too, so it's just, it's a little.
You don't need LA. You don't need LA.
I definitely would consider going to Atlanta though. But it is frustrating that again, the same thing with my Mexican skits that I do. I try not to be so stereotypical, but the most of the roles that I go for are stereotypes, and it's very frustrating. I think with theater, one thing that I can appreciate about theater is that I've been cast as like the randomest things. You know what I mean? And when you're on stage, it doesn't matter if you're big, skinny, fat, tiny woman, man, sometimes, or you know, for the most part. I mean, obviously, you have some theaters that are still
problematic. You
know, don't have a lot of people of color, but I think I can see myself in more roles when I'm on stage, as opposed to, unfortunately, when I'm on television. If I'm not being sent in for the nanny, I'm being sent in for the maid, or the Mexican ghetto neighbor, you know? So it's like, you know, I don't know.
And it's like it's weird too, because it's so clear to me that you could be the star of your own show.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, it's weird because I'm not even trying to mean that as a compliment. It's just like you have it. You can tell you've got what it takes. You can lead a show, and you would do amazing. And it's just so dumb the way the system is out here, you know. And honestly, though, once I figured that out for myself too, that's how I learned to be a better creator in all the fields. Because you can't these days. It's not enough to be an actor anymore, anyway, right? Like you have to be so many things. And
you created your own series, which I think is so amazing. Oh my goodness.
Well, I wrote one of the episodes that we were in Chicago. I don't know if you know that. Yeah. So we actually did an insert of like the outdoor Chicago theater. We did.
That is so cool. I haven't had a chance to watch it. It's on YouTube, right? Or where can I find it?
Yeah, it's everywhere, man. Okay. It's on our website, Fat TV. It's on YouTube. I feel like it's about to be on a bunch of other places.
I'm gonna binge tonight.
We put it on Instagram TV, IGTV.
Yeah.
Really quick, Dellany. Danielle must have missed your beginning.
Oh, Danielle, girl, I haven't been able to. Yeah, I haven't really posted. I'm sorry. I had to come home again to help out my family.
Thank you, Paula. Oh, Paula, actually, I just did a podcast with her. She has a podcast called For Real Podcast. Ooh. And I recently recorded with her. But she also was, pursuing acting.
Yeah.
And again, it's also from Chicago, you know, from the suburbs now, but like from Chicago. And it's rough. And I think that's why, like, I feel like I wasted so much time trying to figure the ins and outs that's what I want to avoid for other people.
Totally. And I agree. And I feel that like you will see like in all these conventional ways is how you will break in. Like it's not going to be the traditional way. And that's why I highly recommend dig deeper in the JTC list. I think you're going to get your work there. You're going to get your work there.
I'm going to.
You'll see. It's changed a lot of lives. So, and it's not the traditional like hustle of trying to put yourself out there, getting rejected all the time, and like getting made to feel as if you're not worthy, because it's just such a toxic environment, you know? Yeah, but you do not need LA. And girl, I want to go to Atlanta too. But that when she said that, I don't know if anybody else has heard, but I thought there's movies now, studios that are deciding not to film in Atlanta because of how like actually work is being taken out of Atlanta.
Where are they moving it to?
I mean, probably. I know Tennessee is popping. Tennessee, maybe there's a little bit going on always in North Carolina or South Carolina. Go a little more in the other southern regions. But KT, you heard that as well, right?
Yeah, well, it's because of the voting crap that they started over there. So, but I heard what's his name who's doing Wakanda. What's the second one? What is it called?
Black Panther
is still staying there and shooting in Atlanta.
Okay.
So they're still doing that. A couple of the bigger ones are still staying. I mean, because it is a big haul to get up and move. Yeah. I mean, Tyler Perry has his whole big compound out there.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah. How do y'all feel about that? Do you feel that like? Because I don't know if it's such a great idea to leave. I think sometimes it's good to stay so you can help like be the change you want to see.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I mean. I don't think leave. I think, you have, especially because if you go, then who's going to fix the vote? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you don't have a say, you know?
No, it's totally true.
I agree.
Yeah. Yessenia, what are you drinking?
So I wish I was actually drinking.
Drinking.
This is literally just iced tea.
Oh,
I was hoping I had vodka, but I didn't.
Ah,
But it's okay. So
It's happy hour. We should have done a happy hour, a little drink.
water. I'm staying hydrated. It was a day. So
I'm
yeah,
trying the
you
new
guys,
electric lights.
also we've been so busy. Do we have topics? I
Oh
love
my
topics,
gosh.
but
I mean, we were just getting to know everybody. That's
Okay.
all. All right.
I saw one of her cute little kids' arms pop
Yeah.
through.
They're right here. They
And
have to be
my
like
little
right
one's
by
been
me.
one.
It's like
Are they like, what is she doing? What is mom doing? Why is this not? Yeah.
my daughter loves the camera, so she actually just did an audition yesterday.
Oh.
A self tape. So that's the benefit right now, that it's been a lot of self tapes.
Yeah.
And because oh my goodness, what I will say that before that I was literally running around like 3 or 4 times a week, because I would take my niece sometimes too, just running from audition to audition. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then like once in a great while it'd be for me.
Yeah.
But
self tapes are everything.
They are.
Yeah, it helps so much. No, it's
Mhm.
it's so cool. So your daughter likes to be in front of the camera. Does she
Oh my goodness, she loves it. So she has her own TikTok page, but I have a private. But she just goes on there and does her videos, and she's been begging me for a YouTube for the family. So I have considered doing it. Like if I do the how-tos and things like that, like the videos, like tutorials on how to start in the business, things like that. I was like, I have considered starting the actual YouTube.
Yeah.
And then doing videos with her. But it's just a little scary. It's scary. Just the environment, little kids on social media. I mean, I know that obviously if I have her in the business, she's gonna be in the public display kind of, but it's like, it's just hard.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, it's that's got to be tough. Just those type of decisions you're making as their manager. Or do you say momager? Do you say
momager? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think of another name. I always think of momager as like, well, I guess it could be. I don't know.
Yeah, Kris Jenner is she's like, woo.
That's the kind of momager I want. Well, I want.
That's the. I know. I'm like, why doesn't someone guide me to make a sex tape? No,
yeah.
Why doesn't someone tell me to do that?
Dellany, I think Mama Peace would like that.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of, I did tell her my Mama Peace about my job offer I recently got.
Oh, what was it? Can you talk about it?
Yeah, it was like right before I got on the plane. I got hit up by someone who asked me if I wanted to be a sugar baby.
Can I get an offer? Let me ask my husband if I could do it. No?
He was like, I'll give you a weekly allowance. And no, here's the deal. He said, I'm not interested in sex. Okay.
Never.
Yeah, but he said he wants attention. So I already dropped my Venmo. And I said, give me some details, but here's my Venmo in the meantime.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And my mom is really disappointed in me that I did that. But I told her, I was like, Mom, yeah, she did, Matt. You would have heard her earlier. But you guys, I have to say, it's not a flex. You want to know why? You want to know why it's not a flex? I was like, this is a flex. Okay. Well, I was bragging about it to my teenage nieces. They've got multiple DMs to be sugar babies. Multiple. I have one. They have like 7. And they're like,
aren't they teenagers too? That's a little dangerous.
Well, yeah, that's disgusting. And they don't respond. But they literally were looking at me like, why are you acting like this is special?
I know, exactly.
They really like brought you down. Like,
yeah,
your bubble.
She was like, my niece who just turned 18, she showed me hers. She goes, oh, look at mine. And I'm like, wait, yours? Hold on. This yeah. And she didn't respond though, which is
Wow.
But my roommate Jenny, oh wait, I shouldn't tell. Oh, I'm not. I just saw my spilled tea. It's not mine. Yeah, forget it.
You gotta watch out for the name.
Y'all didn't hear it from me, but she, somebody who I don't know, who's not my roommate, told me some really cool or interesting stories about people who've chosen to do that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, I know some people who have done it.
What? Give me, spill the tea.
No, yes. Was like, I was like, I ain't judging you. You, and one of them, it was not a sexual relationship whatsoever.
That's okay. If it's not that, then
you know what I mean? It was just the gentleman was every time he came over from England, he wanted somebody to hang out with. and she was there, and he took care of her, and she had to do nothing basically.
Wow.
But just be at his beck and call when he came,
So how much did she charge?
She didn't charge anything. Let's just say everything that she ever needed was taken care of.
Wow.
So Yessenia, what would you do it? What would you do? Like what?
So here's the thing: is like I think I see things a lot differently now than I did when I was younger. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy, ridiculous, blah, blah, never. I mean, I think that it can. I mean, it can if you are secure with it. If you are doing it for if you're okay with it, if you can sleep at night and you're good with the job that you do, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, hey, it's a job, I probably won't be able to do it just because, I mean, obviously I'm married, so I think that might be an issue with my husband.
I was about to say for who?
It'll be an issue with my husband. I don't know if he'll be okay with that unless I'm giving him a nice cut. No. But
what was that movie with Demi Moore where like they offered her $1 million? Remember that?
Oh, with Robert Redford.
Oh,
Ew. Yeah.
yes.
No. What was that called?
What was it? Oh my goodness.
And Woody
Like
Harrelson.
a proposal or something like that.
A Decent Proposal. Was it a Decent Proposal? Yeah, right. Was it or no?
Somebody will type it up in a second.
Okay, let me go.
All I can say is I would not have done that for $1 million with Robert Redford. No. No.
Yeah. See,
I don't know. It's Robert Redford. I mean, have you seen him younger?
I mean, it's $1 million.
Exactly. Know your worth. Are you not worth more than $1 million? Know your worth.
Absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct.
That's why, like in my situation,
It was a Decent Proposal. You were right.
Oh, good. Ding, ding, ding. She got it right. I was like,
what I mean, I still can't believe that Robert Redford actually made that movie. Like I don't know why. I just never thought of him that way. But
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like it's right. I can't even have words. I'm that tired. I just know if you want to do an innocent texting relationship with me, that will be $1,000 a week. Thank you.
I mean,
because my time is my most valuable commodity I have.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. When you think about the time that goes into it, the time and effort, and possibly even emotional at times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think so how much if you knew that it was innocent? I know that's going far-fetched, but how much would you charge as a weekly allowance if you just were asked to text and give attention that way?
See, I don't know, because you know what? I am very my weakness is text convos. You know what I mean? Like I can easily that would be like treading like I don't even want to get into that mess, because who knows how I'm going to feel at this end of this, because I'm not seeing the person. It's just all text. You know what I mean?
Right.
You forget how the person looks, and you forget who the person actually is. You're falling for this text convo,
Yeah. Well, what about KT? How much would you charge? Like, give us a number. People who are watching the show, give us a number. Drop it.
I don't know about the charging. I mean, I don't know.
Look at
$1,000 a week. 1,000
anyway, so I probably wouldn't do it. I hate texting. I hate being on the phone. I hate people. I hate the general public.
So then it'd be more, because it's like a real job.
Yeah, so like $5,000. There we go. I'll do it for $5,000 a week. $5,000.
Whoa, that's the platinum.
I could do it for 1,000.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what a stripper told me in Atlanta. She worked at like one of the high end. She goes, if you're going to do something, you go like to the highest. Ask for the most amount you want. Don't ever go down. No $25.
I go by that, but I will have to say it burned me. And it was when we were asking, $1,200 a week. Okay. That's nice. Okay. I feel like we're on Price is Right.
I know.
Like,
$12.99.
$12.99. Like I will say that one time we were asking, there was a guy, he was going to be a potential investor for our web series. And he said, what is your number? Give me your number. And I think he expected us to say like 5,000, but I was like $15,000. And I mean, in TV world, that's nothing. But honestly, he was like, okay, good to know. I guess I'll talk to y'all later. And then we never heard from him again.
Oh,
She shortchanged herself. 1.2 million. That's
1.2 million.
I always start any project off. We need 1.2 million.
Exactly.
Well, recently, and that's a interesting topic because like how do you it's hard to figure out a price. Like I know that I know I've seen you on Giselle's talk sometimes.
Yes.
Which says, like, you know, you need to figure out what your price is or what you're worth or what would you charge for this. I got approached by a company to do a collab, and I had no idea what to charge, and I gave a number. And they luckily, and I thought I was going too high. I'm like, oh, they're going to say no, never mind. I'm like, you know what? If I lose this one, it is what it is. Like, I didn't know what to say, you know? So I gave the number and they came back and tripled it. And they're like, okay, that's a good check. That's good check. We're offering you this. And
what?
Like, oh, okay, thank you. And then they even upped it a week later when they say, you know what, like because of the work that is going to go into work, you know, we have more money in our budget and we're going to give you this much more. And I'm like, I wanted to cry. I'm like, see, and there I was lowballing myself. And if this company would have just been like, okay, fine, you'll do it for this and we'll give you this instead. And who knows how much they would have been able to negotiate if I would have gone higher. I don't know. But they, you know, they actually gave me a better offer than what I was asking for.
That's a good company.
Yes, for sure.
With integrity. So did you, is the collab out yet? Is that
not yet. So I'll definitely let you know when it is. It should be out in the middle of May.
KT, we're going to be seeing her on billboards out here. We'll be like, it's just
Speaking of billboards, have you seen that new underwear commercial where they're using a plus size guy?
No.
Is it Calvin Klein?
I meant to Google it before. We can bring it. I'll find the thing and bring it up for next week. But I was driving down Sunset, and it was this guy. He was like, "Hey, lady." He's like, "That's the like, hey, lady," and it's an underwear commercial. And I was like, "It's like a Jack Black body, you know, got type of guy."
God.
I love when Jack Black is only in his underwear and he just is like full throttle. This is me. It is.
Have you seen him on
Captain America this week?
Have you seen him on TikTok?
Yes.
Yes,
he's great. Goodness. I wonder, like, his wife must be going nuts sometimes. What
she knows. You know, she's like, if he acts crazier, I get more money.
Yeah, she's like, bring it on, bring it on. Yeah. Speaking of underwear, who is tired of it? Like, have you guys during COVID? Have you worn bras? Like,
no,
I don't have one on right now. Just so you know.
I have one on, and I was telling KT that the only reason that I'm actually like decently dressed and have some makeup on is because I had to do a video for Olaplex, you know. But that's the only reason. Because I was like, okay, well, I'll just do it all on one day.
There you go. That's why you're all like,
that's how my hair got. I blow dried my hair, you know. But yeah, bras. I seriously, they are. If I hate one item of clothes, and it's bras.
Is it?
It's bras. I cannot find bras that I am comfortable in, that hold me well. I just cannot, and I hate them. I've been trying to find tank tops that are like that I could wear instead of bras, and they just have not been, I guess, good enough. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a shelf bra for certain. Once you reach a certain size of breasts, it's like we are the shelf. Like we are.
So, basically.
Yeah, you know that's interesting. KT, what's your least favorite piece of clothing? Is it?
Yeah, because Sunday I went to. I usually wear a sports bra because I'm always working, like going to like Pilates or swimming, so I usually have a bathing suit on. And then I don't wear anything at the house. I'm just like, you know, but on Sunday I had a wedding. So I had to like put myself, and I haven't done that in a while because I haven't gone out anywhere. So I'm like spanking it and all that kind of stuff. So I had to drive 3 hours away for this wedding. And I'm like hellishly hating it. And then, right after the wedding, I go run into the bathroom and take everything off to drive 3 hours back. I'm like, no, gone. That's how I am.
Did you say
her bra off on camera? That's what she does.
I did.
Who does?
I have.
On camera?
She's taking it
I
off.
love that.
Well, my mama even told me before I was doing this, she's like, they're not going to see you. You don't have to wear a bra, because I was looking for my bra.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can't see me. So here, I'm going to take my bra off.
No. Oh my God, there she goes.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
This
Most
is
of the time I don't either.
Meow, meow, meow.
There you go. You have to put the music on.
I know. See what I'm talking about? You never know what she's gonna do.
I love it.
You got a fan there. You got a fan that likes it.
Okay. All right. Oh my God, I feel so much better.
Are you good now? All right.
Oh my gosh.
Now you're gonna make me take it. No, just
Do it.
Matt said he wore pants since March. Hey, Matt, I just want to tell you, and since she did her bra takeoff, I'll tell you this. For the first part of this today, through all my Zoom meetings, I didn't have anything but underwear on my bottoms. I got right out of bed and put this zipper on. I have them on now, or I would say I didn't have them on.
That is so funny.
But
well, bras for me are my close second of like Demon's clothing. My number one article that I wish to never see again are high heels. I hate high heels. I hate them.
I've never worn them. I wore them one time for a wedding, almost broke my ankle, and never wore it again.
Sorry, where do you stand on high heels, Yessenia?
Do you see what keeps happening?
So, is your doggy playing with you? He wants to play? Puedo.
My gosh.
He's bringing the bone and like tapping me.
You know what's crazy is I love high heels, how they look. Like, I think they're just like, I wish I can walk in high heels. I really do. Like, I haven't walked in high heels in like 15 years.
Yeah.
And I am not trying to start again. Like, I can't even imagine trying to like bend my foot like that anymore. You know, like I don't
like. Do you guys remember also like one of the scenes from a movie that stands out to me as the asinine idea of how women are in heels was Jurassic World, when Bryce Dallas Howard was running from the T
Rex. The one that made her so. She was the one that wanted to wear them.
No, there's no way. I don't believe that. Are you kidding me?
There is an article because she wanted to be in those, I believe. I'm going to look it up right now. You go ahead.
She was running in those heels. I was like, you are going to break your neck. If you, in one move will end it all. Like, don't even do it.
Yeah. It's like, why it really like. And now I have bunions, most likely because of them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why did we do this to ourselves?
Here we go. I'm gonna put it right here.
Oh my gosh.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom star Bryce Dallas Howard has no apology for those heels. She said, I wanted to wear them. I have a lot of fun with heels, more fun with heels when I'm sitting down. And she's like, I wanted to have it because I remember there was like this big controversy about her running in it.
I thought it was awful. I still do, but good, more power to her. But
it's an insurance thing, you know what I mean?
Liability. Yeah, it's a liability. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder, like, if you ask her now how she feels about that. You know how you change your mind over time? Like, why did I do that? Yeah, so, I don't know.
Have you ever had an embarrassing moment in heels, or
have you? Have y'all?
I have.
Let's hear what happened.
I used to go clubbing all the time, so I used to fall all the time in heels. But I was drunk, so I didn't care. But there was one time where my ankle, like, twisted kind of, and what happened is the heel broke off. So like and it was still there, but like it was like separated from like the flap. So I literally had to take my hair tie, my hair liga, and I wrapped it around my foot and the heel because I was still at the bars downtown. I'm like, I can't be walking around barefoot. So who knows if anybody was able to see that I had not a scrunchie, but like a hair tie around my foot and my heel. It was so embarrassing. And yeah, I was like, why am I doing this to myself?
That had to have been so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it was uncomfortable the minute we walked outside the house. Like heels are not comfortable. They're
No,
not. I'm sorry.
they're not.
Nobody
They
can
mess
tell
your
me
feet
otherwise.
up really bad too.
Like,
Yeah.
they're not comfortable. Like, you're uncomfortable. There's no possible way that heels can be more comfortable than gym shoes or even wedges. Like, flats I can't wear. Like, flats will hurt my feet after a while. Like, if you're walking.
Yeah, because there's no support.
Right.
There's no,
Like,
yeah.
wedges, okay, those could possibly be more comfortable, or a little bit of a higher heel part, not so much heels,
Yeah.
like stilettos. And
Yeah.
there was a time when pumps were in, where like the higher, the bigger the arch or something, the better. And there's no possible way they could have been comfortable for anybody.
No, yeah, no, agreed. KT, have you had an embarrassing?
Well, I just wanted to tell Danielle good night. You know, she got up. She gets up at like 4 in the morning.
She gets up at 4. She's a trooper.
I had one for my my friend's wedding, and I made it down there, but I think heels were made from the spawn of Satan. And
well, close. They were invented by men.
Okay.
Well, I do say some people are like, I love that. There's that guy that did the Deadpool. Remember the Deadpool? He's dancing in the heels. He's known for being in heels.
Yeah.
Like, there's some really interesting people that wear heels and do some.
Listen, when you see those balls that transgender, they put on those big beautiful balls.
Oh yes. Uh-huh.
What they do in those heels, they have been given a gift by God. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
I think it's because they have better
balance.
calf muscles
Balance.
too.
They look like Giselles. They look like actual Giselles. Like, just in the way they're generally speaking, their frames. Like, yeah, no, it's beautiful to watch. Like, I love those balls. My embarrassing experience, KT was actually there, but I don't think I told her because I was so humiliated. But it was a Miss in the Biz event, and it was when the photographers were taking pictures of us. But I don't think you were with me. I was taking pictures with some of the people up there, and we had to do different like heights.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I'm a dancer, so I'll squat in my heels. And KT, it was a Christmas event, and I was wearing that. I had airbrush. Remember, I had airbrush. Okay. And I had a silver, beautiful dress that flapped open where the crotch starts. Oh. So I'm bent down like cheese. And then you also have tons of people watching us taking these pictures.
Yeah.
Well, I try to get up, and my heels start going like this. And I go like this, like I'm on a surfboard, and my flap is completely open. You can see my Spanx. You can see my Spanx.
Oh my goodness.
You can see my thighs. You can see everything. And I almost fell, and then I saved it, and I came up. But you guys, I was so humiliated because I walked by all those people who watched it, and they were all like just looking busy on their phone, like
pretending
nobody made eye contact with me.
Oh my goodness!
And I was like, I am never gonna wear heels again. That was our Spanx. That was so humiliating. Humiliating.
Well, I want to go. Matt was talking about Prince. He always wore heels on stage lots of times. And that is, Matt, one of the reasons why he had major back problems is he used to jump off of a riser with his guitar in his heels.
Oh my goodness!
Stage constantly. So
Lord.
Yeah, that's why Prince was on painkillers all the time.
What are you talking about? Hamza, we're talking about stuff that hurts us, like bras and high heels, shoes. Like they hurt ladies. We shouldn't be made to wear them.
You don't hear puppy.
I know.
What are y'all talking about?
We're off on a tangent. We didn't even go through any of the
topics.
I know. But that's a good sign that we all have really good chemistry. We literally were like, hey, we're just gonna shoot the yeah. So did you guys want to hit? I don't know any topics.
I feel like we if we get off of this, we're gonna go into like deep stuff. So let's just do what we'll save the topics for later.
It'll be like a straight 180.
We can probably like post them this week. But let's go into something we always love to do. What you watching?
What you watching?
No.
Okay, KT, go first. What you watching?
No, you go first.
I'm on the second to last, I have one episode left of Jenny in Georgia.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, Katasha, she was our guest last week, and she recommended it, and I was like, I thought it was gonna be like Gilmore Girls, but it's
Me
nothing
too.
like. Yeah, it's good, and I'm still obviously rewatching Lost. Lost goes on forever and ever and ever. So, did you guys y'all know Lost, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I just never got
watched
into it.
It still holds up. It still holds up so well.
I might rewatch that one. I'm rewatching Gilmore Girls. I don't even know how I started rewatching Gilmore Girls again because I think it was just I don't even know because they all irritate me again, and I realized like how toxic Dean was. And when I was younger, I never liked him. I mean I always preferred Jess. But did either of you watch Gilmore Girls or no?
Well, it's like for me, I didn't watch it, but it was like Friends and Sex in the City where it's so popular, everybody, like Rory, everybody's names. Yeah, and Dean. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm rewatching that, but I'm gonna stop because I only liked the first couple of seasons.
Okay.
I recently I did watch Ginny and Georgia. I liked it. There was some characters here that I was like, oh my god, but it is what it is.
I was like that. The lady who plays Georgia is so lucky. All the actors they've cast all her little love triangles.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my, they really showed out for that. Like these, And because usually how we know film and TV, in a lot of cases, the actresses are the baddies. And the guys can be basic Joes. And these guys are not basic at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're not. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not. And then the one that I'm watching right now is The Circle. I don't know if y'all watch The Circle.
How is it?
It's good. So I love reality TV or game shows, things like that.
Oh, it's reality. That's why.
I'm a sucker for stuff like that. So The Circle is just, I don't know if either one of you watch it, but it's like a game show on Netflix that they don't know these contestants don't know each other. They're basically just going off of what they see on social media. So you could present whatever you want on your social media page. And so you could be catfishing. And it's basically they vote people out and, unpopular. It's a popularity contest. It's everything that's wrong. Everything that's wrong with social media, but I'm watching it.
But I'm watching it. But I love social experiments. So that's the hook.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm watching.
Is anyone remotely like redeemable on there? Like, are these people just really unlikable?
No, they are likable. They're likable in a fun way. Like last season, there was like I don't know any other names. I'm terrible with names. So last season, there was one kid he was just such a sweetheart, and he paid himself. So they thought he was a catfish because they were like, he's a nerd. Why would he present himself as a nerd? And that was like what was kind of bogus. Like, that's himself, and they were just like, he has to be a catfish because like who would present themselves like this,
He was honest.
He made it to the end, but he didn't win. But he did make it to the end. So
what do you win? Like $1 million? Or
I think $100,000.
That's it.
That's $100,000.
Yeah, you can. That's not a lot. You can make more being a sugar baby.
Yeah, it's not a lot. It really isn't. I don't know how long they do it for. I don't know how long the actual time frame is. So like $100,000 really isn't a lot. But
that's not a lot. We got bills to pay. Jeez. We're adults. We adults.
Yeah. Put me on a show with other adults. And I'll price. And then I'll go on there. No.
Yes, exactly. Okay. No, I've heard a lot about it, but I even see TikToks about it, but I haven't checked it out myself. But
I guess I'll have to look at it.
Have you watched Below Deck, or have you watched there's one that my roommate was obsessed with that I could not stand. It was the one that they shot in South Carolina. Southern Charm. I
don't think I've seen that one.
Okay, I think these are Bravo shows. If you do Bravo, yeah. It was so awful. Like, I'm glad we're done with it. I sat through it, but I was just trying to. KT, you would have been offended on the behalf of what we know our Southern type of people. They were such cliches.
They always do that with those reality shows.
Yeah, awful.
And it wasn't the Christies. Remember the Christies or whatever that guy who I swear was gay. That was the head of the family, you know. And it's like doing the Christie Says It All or something like that. I forgot what it is. Anyway, like every stereotype of Southern person in one show, and I was like, okay, that's enough.
I'm good.
No,
remember what was that other one with the guys with the beards that all, you know, they eventually took Duck Dynasty. Remember?
Oh yeah, I never saw that.
I never saw it, but I remember catching like, you know, snippets here and there or seeing things on social media about it, but I never really watched it.
They don't have that anymore?
I think that one guy just kept saying so much racist stuff that they were like, okay, maybe we shouldn't air this anymore.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I watched it with my mom. She's the one that showed it to me. It was it was funny. And like, it was funny because like these guys weren't like that before. Like if you look at the pictures of them on social, they were like all clean shaven. And then all of a sudden it's like, what's
for the show?
Oh my gosh. So would you guys do a reality show? We're going back kind of full circle in terms of like Yessenia has even talked about YouTube. Like how far would you go? Would you go as far as like that Kardashian level where every aspect of your life is?
No. I personally wouldn't. I feel like I don't think people want to see every aspect of my life, but I mean, I definitely need my alone, like secluded time, you know, like I don't think I would be able to do that.
Yeah. You're like, I need to like have a temper tantrum without being on camera.
Yeah. I think I definitely would probably have like a nervous breakdown on camera or something and be like, I'd be canceled for some reason. Seriously. I know I would. I know they would cancel me for one reason or another because I don't know how to watch whatever it is. Like there's no way. There's no way.
I think I would do a reality show if I had total control over it. I'm just saying.
Of course, because then you can control the narrative. Hello.
Really not. I mean, the Kardashians control their narrative.
Kardashians.
We need a momager.
Momager.
Like Chris.
Yeah. It's weird.
I don't know if I could ever be a momager because man, she sold out her kids, no offense.
It's weird because like I respect her so much for a lot of reasons, but then when we really dissect it, it's really evil. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like so I'm like
go all the way back too. You have to dissect it from OJ trial and before.
Wait, I thought she was still somewhat normal-ish back then.
Like that's how she learned how to use the media. Is that the OJ trial? You know what I mean?
Yeah, from back then. Yeah.
So you go all the way back then, and she was learning. Oh, I know what I got to do.
Oh, Yessenia, what was your opinion on that whole Khloe Kardashian thing, where she didn't like that a picture of her was out there, and they went to great measures to get it off?
So I do believe that everybody, like, you know, as much as they're out in the social media and their whole lives are on the line, I do believe that everybody has the right to say, like, I don't want that photo out there. Like, that's, you know, they have the means though to be able to remove it where we don't, you know, but that's, I filter on that sense, you know. I think that it's still a problem, the fact that, yes, you went through, you're dealing with all these issues about how, you know, your appearance and weight issues and how people you know, are criticizing her left and right.
Yeah.
And I think you're also adding to it by only showing us what, you know, pretty you know, with filters. And I think that that's where the problem lies, is that there's nothing against filters, but when everything that you're posting is just filters and cleaned up and you know, structured how you want to show it, it's like the image that you're showing to young girls is unrealistic. And it's an unrealistic goal, and it's just people that have the same issues that you do are going to grasp on that, like, that's what I need to reach, and it's like it's unreachable because it's unrealistic, you know.
I can tell you my whole thing about the Kardashians in general. To me, they have epitomized what magazines started 70s and 80s, 90s, went in 2000, and then all of a sudden it got taken over by pop culture. It's basically they epitomize self-hate of what kids, because they all go to like each one of them, like what's her face, Kendall, doesn't even look the same, and she's only
Kylie, I think, no?
Kylie,
like, because I think Kendall is probably the most that
closest to what she was.
They do so much augmentation, not only like with their photos, but with their bodies, that this is not, number one, not attainable unless you have a lot of money. Number two, it's not healthy at all. No offense. It's not healthy to get augmentation done before you're 18. I can tell you that. And remember when Kylie did that lip thing and like all these girls were like they're
sucking their lip.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Dangerous. And to me, it's a dangerous culture. It's a fine line. And to me, they have never owned up to it. And it just makes me like not like them and feel disgusted, because I would rather see somebody like Lizzo up there who goes and says, here's my body. You know, I'd rather see that more in the public than seeing and I'm kind of glad their reign has kind of come to an end, because it's just like, I'm tired of it. And I think young girls don't need
it. It
hasn't. I think
they're going to pay a lot of money to keep themselves in the
media. I think they strategically did all of this because of possibly even because of the divorce that Kim is going through, and like maybe she doesn't want to air it out, and I think it's all strategic, and also because weren't they not in agreement with E or something?
Yeah, because I thought it was the end for E, but they're going now to Hulu.
Yes. Yeah, so they're going out to Hulu with something else.
Yeah, they're not. This is not the end.
This isn't the end. It's all strategic. It's
never the end.
But I don't think they're at the climax that they were, and they probably never. Okay. I mean, people can't live that much up there. I mean, if you look like who was hot yesterday is not hot today.
What I think
where they come back with Madonna, she always comes back, you know.
What I think they're gonna start doing, and who knows? I mean, I may be wrong. Is they have all their kids, you know, all their kids that are eventually gonna grow up, and I think that they're gonna be holding on to this, whether it's Keeping Up with the Kardashians or something else, until the kids are all grown up, and then they're not gonna be in the limelight, no, but they have a new line of a new dynasty.
Yeah, it just goes on and on. Ugh, yeah.
But I just feel for growing up in that. Like, you know, number one, Courtney, remember how much they used to like, well, not Courtney, Chloe, how they would like call her fat, you know what I mean? And all that,
it's ridiculous.
You know?
It's ridiculous how much crap she got.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Chloe in real life before she did everything, she was not fat.
She was not. Mm-mm.
You know?
But even if she was, it's okay. Even if she was, like, it's
exactly.
Just, like, it doesn't take. It's no excuse for them to bully her because she doesn't look like them.
Or not even so much. You know, that's one thing. But they also literally just say that she's like the uglier one of the three. You know what I mean? Or she doesn't look like them. Or, you know, always saying that she has a different father because she doesn't look like the Kardashians. And it's ridiculous. It's sad.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably absolutely messed in her head in such a real way. That's why she's chosen to do what she does now. Like, where she doesn't want to be reminded of what she used to look like. Yeah. It's just a slippery slope.
Kylie, like, to me, like, everyone now and then I would go in and, you know, I'd watch that. But the self-esteem, if you actually like go and like do like a critical analysis of the two girls when they were growing up and them now, like, if you follow, the self-esteem that they have is not there, and it was exploited in this reality series. And they felt they had to look like Kylie basically copied her sister's look, and that she wasn't accepted unless she looked exactly like what a Kardashian is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's dangerous. I'm sorry. I think that's dangerous.
It is.
You know, because no offense, like, people should not be getting butt implants if your body can't handle it.
Yeah.
You know?
My body's open and giving donations For
What's even worse
Me
is
too.
girls
I
that
butt.
can't afford it, who like go to Mexico or other foreign countries
yeah,
and get augmentation done and come back and like either almost die from sepsis
yeah.
or totally messed up. You know, like
There's when you do stuff like that, you're getting the Wish version of what you wanted.
exactly.
There's that TikTok or not TikTok, Instagram model, I think, that recently passed away. Well, a few months back that I remember that she went to go get a BBL and she died. I don't know her name, and I just remember it was all over TikTok.
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. People don't understand the complications, you know. And then to say that this is what we are, the cost. It's like, it's also, to me, it's what do you call it whenever like you have something and you can't have it, you know, like it's like pushing poverty in your face, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, because I can't afford to get my lips done, I'm in poverty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even more oppressed. You feel more oppressed.
Yes.
It's part of the cast. It's part of the cast system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
It's totally.
I don't want to look like a chipmunk with big boobs and a big butt. I'm sorry.
I mean, I just want a little bit more butt, but not a lot.
I remember Alvin. Do you guys remember?
Everybody looks the same, and I'm like, where's the difference, people?
Do y'all remember Alvin and the Chipmunks and the Chipettes? Yeah, I liked the Chipettes. They were adorable.
They were adorable. They were adorable.
I wanted to be one of them back then.
They were adorable.
Oh my gosh! Wow, you guys, time flies.
I know. Well, we're definitely gonna have you back again.
Oh,
do us a favor. Tell everybody how they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Yessenia Carreon _, TikTok, Yessenia Carreon, Clubhouse, Yessenia. And I'll be more active on Clubhouse too. So if you're on Clubhouse, look you out.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. And oh my God, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, not to put you on the spot, but let's do part 2 next week if you can do it in your schedule.
Let me. So this is another. I forgot to mention this. So I'm part of the Eastside Little League board for my kids' baseball league, and then we had practice right now. So the first Tuesdays of the month we have board meetings. So that's the only Tuesdays that I can't do, which I think is going to be next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the week after.
Other than that,
okay.
We're going to bring you the week after.
Yeah, because I want to do a proper, like, put her out there and
I would love to come back.
Do all that, and this is obviously we love talking to each other. So
I had so much fun.
This is so fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm gonna binge watch. What is it called? What was it called?
It's called She's Too Fat.
She's Too Fat.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And not to confuse you, but as a little personal joke, we did call me in the show. We called me Dellany, but I am Dellany. I'm Dellany. But the joke is that everybody calls me Dellany, so we named me Dellany. Yeah.
I got it. Jacinda, Jasmina, Jessica, everything. I get everything. I'm like, it's Yessenia. Just Yessenia. You can call me Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's what you said to me once. You said just yes. You can call me Yes.
You can call me Yes.
See, that's possible.
I love that.
You can find us on Fat TV World. We are here every Tuesday on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Guys, go over and subscribe on our YouTube. Do it.
Do it. All right. Well, thanks everybody, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.